Hello Scorpio, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading. Okay, so the first house of influence for you this month is the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So this is a transformative house. It deals with everything to do with endings and beginnings. It can be an old chapter falling away and a new chapter coming in, or it could be also something that ends, that sort of falls away, and out of that comes something else. So something will come out of that, which may be for you, or it could be a regeneration or a renewal of something. So this could also be, the 8th house rules committed partnerships. So this is like a marriage or a long-term committed partnership. It's everything one-on-one, very personal as well. But it can also be a business partnership that you are involved in at this time. It also deals with big finance, investments, accounting, tax. It can also be inheritances, which comes from the sort of death element, which is often associated with the 8th house. But that can also just be a symbolic death. But it can also bring in issues to do with the finance of that as well, if it is a physical death. So it could also be legacy, something that you're thinking about for the future, for your next generation, and so on. This house is also about the handling of other people's money, but it is primarily the joining of forces in a combination, a partnership, whether it's a committed like a marriage or a business partnership, where it's all your material and emotional resources are joined together, and all the nuts and bolts of that. It does have a few other elements, but I feel for you this time around, this is very much to do with possibly career, or where you're headed, or some sort of endeavor that you've been in, because you've got Capricorn. You've got Capricorn at the bottom here, Capricorn I use. So with the 8th house, as I said, there's transformation going on there, endings and beginnings. And because of the way things are in the world currently, a lot of people are having to assess what they're doing. Others are still working, but there's maybe shifting sands there. Things are changing. It just depends on what you're busy with at this time. But the Capricorn card is all about building. It's about putting foundations down. It's the card of ambition. It's the card of reputation. It's the card of career. So, but it is very much about building and putting systems in, and construction and status, things like that. So you may just find that at this time with things, there may be something is ending and something is coming in, or an old chapter is falling away and something new is coming in, or it could just simply be transformation, which has been brought about by what has gone on in the world. So now you have to rebuild. Now you have to start again, or you have to build up from where you were before. And this card is the card of hard work. It's the card of putting your shoulder to the wheel. It is also the card of your ambition, and really being very determined and not giving up. Total determination and singular focus at this time will serve you well during this period. But it does bring success with it. So something that you may have been working on long before may come to fruition now, or the work and effort that you put in now will bear fruit later on. It can also be that you are meeting very influential people at this time who are going to have some sort of impact on your life, or there will be a contact for you going forward. So it's got all that going for it as well. But it is a card of really putting your effort in to reap the benefits later, and putting systems and structure in, but also determination. That is this card, and using your resources as well. Harness as many resources as you can during this transformational period that you are going through here. The Goddess Guidance card is Maeve, Cycles and Rhythms. So it says here, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So with this card, it's saying that at this time, with everything that's going on, all the effort you're putting in, and the certain things are changing, some things are falling away, new things are coming in. And it could also be the joining of forces. You may be involved in that. It could be very much to do with a committed relationship, like a marriage, going through all the efforts around that, the joining of forces, and also just your finance as well. It could be to do with that. And all of this could be taking a bit of a toll on you. So what it's saying to you is that you need to honor the cycles of your body. So when you're tired, rest. When you feel energized, then get on and get busy with what it is you need to do. But because this is in the 8th house and there is transformation going on there, it is saying to you that rest whenever you can, and sort of harness your energies, gather your resources and your energies around you, because some sort of door is going to open for you, or has already opened for you. And you're going to need your strength and your versatility and all of those. Your energy levels must be good in order to move forward with that. So take advantage of any downtime that you have, rest whenever you can. And also your emotional side. You may need, if you're dealing with some sort of situation which has been hard on you emotionally, it could have been physically as well, whatever it is, you may need support with that. You may need to just, whatever it is, whether it's a natural therapy or something to, whether it's counseling, something you may need to go and just get support in that, support yourself through the changes, any kind of change in the physical body or in the emotions will need support during this time. It could also be that you are in a committed relationship, a partnership, and there has been a great deal going on in there. And if it is a marriage and you are a woman, you may be going through change of life at this time, and you will really need to apply yourself in order to get through this period, because it's a very trying period that all of us are in at the moment. Our energy levels need constant care. Our diet, our physical bodies need to be in really good condition to handle all the changes and the downloads and everything that's going on. So it could very much be that aspect coming in for you. But it could also be business oriented, or it could be finance oriented. You'll just have to see how it plays out for you. Or it could be a combination of all of those. So really, if you need to rest, then rest. And if you do get a burst of energy, then put it to good use. And so that you can take up any advantage or any kind of opportunity that's coming to you now. The second house of influence coming up for you is the 11th house. This is the house of friendships, but it's also the house of your contacts, your networks, and any group activities that you may be involved in. So this can be clubs, societies, associations, anything like that, or a group of companies even. But it is also very much about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, what you envision for yourself, what you're striving for. And it's on the greater stage, but it's also your personal hobbies and interests as well, also come in under this card. It does also have a universal element or a global element to it as well. So this is the card or the house of global or group consciousness, social reform, social causes, trends, and any sort of currents in society. So anything changing, anything rising up into the collective is all handled by the 11th house. So quite a broad area to be looking at. But it's also about the future very much. So this is a great deal of concern for a lot of people at the moment. Where are we all headed? What is my contribution? What is my place in all of this? And how can I place myself well in order to do well, to get through this, and also to move forward and be aligned with what it is I want to do in my life and who I want to be with, and just where I want to be in general. And so all of that falls under the 11th house. And now we have Aquarius. I know now Aquarius is normally its home house is the 11th house. So you've got a double whammy of this energy coming in. This is a very futuristic energy, Aquarius. It's all about the future. It's all about advanced technology. It's all about any kind of technological upgrade coming in. So this may be very personal for you. So it could be the tech that you're currently using. Whatever your level of tech is, you will get an upgrade of some sort. So you may go from a regular phone to a smartphone, or you may go from a smartphone to a tablet, or it could be really much bigger than that, and you start heading into futuristic tech, new platforms, AI or whatever, or animation, something which is further than what you have currently been using. Or it could be that you are using more platforms at this time to enhance your life, your hobbies, your interests, or your dreams, or you could be using that as part of your strategy for getting what it is, the work that you do, or getting the word out to the rest of the world. So, and following trends and currents and so on in society. It's everything to do with that. But it is also very much about a glimpse of the future. You may be getting glimpses of the future for yourself and for others at this time. It's also about receiving support from others. So these could be friends and other people that you are associated with at this time who are going to come to your aid or going to support you in some way. It could also be that you are making new friends at this time. And these can be very Aquarian in nature. These people can be very Aquarian in nature. They could be quite eccentric or cutting edge or just different from you, very different. They could have, they could be foreign, or they could be quite exotic, or they could be very different in the way they dress or they look or their sexual orientation. But it's all about that. And they could also be quite androgynous with how they look. And their views may be very different from yours, but you're going to learn from them through all of this. Then at the top we have Goddess Guidance is Butterfly Maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So these people that are coming into your life, or these circumstances that are coming into your life, or the shifting sands of the 11th house, all this futuristic stuff, the way society is going, global consciousness and so on. All of that may be very upsetting for you, or just, you may just be feeling a bit overwhelmed about where your place is in all of this. And it's important to focus on what you want to contribute. What sort of world do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a highly technical world, or do you want to live in a world where we focus more on natural technologies? Or do you want to, focus on your friendships? Are they important for you? Do you want to perhaps go into join more different types of groups than you have been? What is it? What are you aiming for? Your hopes and dreams, what are they? And your personal hobbies and interests. All of these things are coming in for you. They're all going through a transformation. But this is a very positive card actually to have, because it signifies growth. And that's important for everybody. You've got to grow in order to master your life. It's part of your self-mastery. So look at it from a point of view. What sort of world do you want to live in? And then do everything you can to create that for yourself, and steer yourself in that direction, whether it's through your friendships or through your hobbies and interests, or what you're dreaming, what you're planning, however you want to steer yourself at this time. Then the final house of interest is the 5th house. This is the house of creative, anything creative, your personal, your brand, your originality, your individuality, your personal stamp on anything. But any creative project or endeavor, or your creative skill that you may have, it can also be artistic, but not all of us are artistic, but everybody's creative in some way. So it's all about that. It's also the house of children. It's the house of love affairs, and it's the house of recreational activities, fun, pleasurable activities of all kinds. It is also the house of risk-taking. So this can be gambling, or it can be stock market, stock exchange activities, and so on. So with everything going on in the world, there's a lot of turmoil. Some things that just used to work or were part of normal life just aren't anymore. And so with the Moon card, this is a very emotive card. It's a very emotional card. It deals with the emotions, but it's also your gut instinct, your natural instincts, and, following your feelings in all things. So you could be needing to spend a bit of time on your own at this time to get a grip on things, to just withdraw periodically, to recenter yourself. You could also be looking back at the past and thinking to yourself, geez, that's changed completely, or will we ever get back to that? Is this ever going to happen again? You could be looking back with a lot of sentimentality and nostalgia. But the whole point of that is yes, to look back, but you can't live there anymore. It's gone. It's over. We cannot go back. None of us can go back. The world is not going back. So we have to, as I said to you, you have to recreate the kind of world you want to live in now. It's got to be newer. It's got to be better. And there's got to be more compassion, which is what this card is all about. More emotion, more feelings, more love for one another and for yourself and for your family. It's all about family values as well. It's all about that. So, emotions are going to be high, right now. And it's just for your clan, your soul tribe, but also your own personal family and how you're going to steer yourselves forward at this time. You may find that under the light of the moon, some things that have been hidden or not expressed, or there could be deception there as well. But whatever hasn't been seen clearly may come out now at this time. So something may rise to the surface, whether it's an old memory or an old feeling, or it could even be a person coming back in your life now from the past. So the past tends to revisit during this time as well. So to be aware of that something may come out. But it could also be because the moon deals with your, in your chart, it's your emotions, but it's also your habits. So you may be letting go of old habits, or you may need to let go of old habits at this time. This could also affect your children. So it may be that you're seeing this in your children's lives as well. Some things maybe need to let go of at this time to move forward. So, examine your habits. Are they working for you? Aren't they? What do you want to do about it? All of that's coming in. This card also deals with feminine wisdom. You may be tapping into that at this time. Doesn't matter if you're a man. We all have the feminine and the masculine. So it's tapping into the feminine wisdom, or you may be exposed to feminine wisdom at this time. So women's wisdom may be important for you. Also women's cycles, any kind of cycle going on with this card. It can also be about birth, conception, and so on. And because this is the house of children, something may be coming up there for you at this time. Then the goddess guidance is Cordelia, go outside. So you have been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. So this is saying that something that you've been manifesting or something that you've been wanting to do may manifest in the month of May now. But it really is, this is appropriate for everybody right now. At the first opportunity, if you've got a garden, be very blessed that you've got a garden, or if you live on a farm or you live in nature somewhere, be very blessed that you have that facility, because a great many of us don't. Or those that live in apartment blocks and something, and in some places you cannot go for a walk during lockdown. You can literally sit on your balcony or outside, that's it. So at the first opportunity you have, make sure that you go outside and get the fresh air, get the sun on you if you are in a place where it is the sun is coming through at this time. Northern hemisphere is going into summer, so take full advantage now. Any place that you are where you can get in the fresh air, in the sunshine, and get the sun on your body, then do so. And just contemplate and soak up that good energy that is around at this time, because that's going to help you tremendously. You're going to get things in perspective. Things will become clearer for you. Just spending time in nature, you draw an incredible amount of comfort and nurturing from that. So make sure that you do that at this time. The bottom of the goddess deck is Isis, past life. The situation involves past life memories. So this could very well be everything that's going on at the moment may be very unsettling for you, and things may be coming up for you to deal with from the past. So this could be in your current life, or it could be old fears and dramas that you have lived in previous lives, and you're now seeing overtures of that in this lifetime during this period. But as I said, it could be a current life, and it could be some memory or something that's coming up, because the moon card deals with that, right? And so does this card. Everything from the past, something may be coming up, but it could just be ancient fears about change, great change in the world, and being swept away from that and losing something. It could be something to do with that, or it could, as I said, be something from your current life. But you need to address those fears. You need to feel safe in the universe. Pray, do whatever it is you need to do to make yourself feel better. Obviously not in substances and things like that, but as I said, get outside, get into the fresh air. There are so many things that you can watch and do, so many meditations and angel clearings and various other things that you can do to assist yourself at this time. So do whatever you need to do to clear this, whatever is rising up in you, and just, have faith, in the universe that, as long as you're doing everything you can to improve yourself and help yourself and stay calm, then you are already helping yourself tremendously, and the universe can assist you the rest of the way. It could also be that you have somebody from your past coming back into your life, and you may be having a bit of trepidation about that because it's in the 5th house. It's the house of love affairs as well. So you could be having a bit of anxiety about that, and you need to address that however you want to address it, whether it's a past life or a current life and somebody coming back. You need to address those fears and issues. With Taurus, this is the bottom of the astrological deck. If you have got somebody coming back into your life, the Taurus card can also be indicating that as well, from a love affair, from a sensuality point of view, because Taurians love sensual activities and love sensuality, and they're very sensual people. So it's the energy of that coming through for you at this time. So you need to let go of fears that you have, tap into that lovely home comforts and sensuality energy, get outdoors, and face any issues that may be coming up with this person or with this renewal of some sort that's coming in for you. Because you've had the 8th house as well, it could be a renewal or regeneration of a partnership or a relationship of some sort. But in general, the Taurus card, in any case, if that is not coming up for you, it could be just general fears and uncertainty. And with the Taurus card coming in, it also is about nature. It's also about being grounded, doing earth activities, earth-filled activities, whether it's gardening or spending time with your hands in the soil, or investing in property, or perhaps you've managed to get away out of the city and you're on your plot somewhere away from everything. It's about really soaking up that natural environment. It's the sensuality of the earth and natural rhythms and so on. All of that could be coming in for you. It could also be that something to do with finances. Finances may be important for you at this time. You may be wanting to launch something, or you may be wanting to change something, and finances coming in for you where you require some sort of assistance. And with the Taurus card, it's a good time to get a loan or some kind of financial assistance to push you forward in whatever it is that you're trying to do. But it's a solidifying card. It does bring instability, but you've got to harness it for yourself as well. It's a very calming card, and you can actually bring in quite a bit of success if you tap into the Taurian energies.